Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here on a Piney podcast. Let's get into it, South Jersey. New Jersey reports 399 new beer virus cases and 11 deaths. All right, let's dig into it. It was revised, the deaths were revised lower by 10 deaths on Wednesday. Governor Phil Murphy said Wednesday during his regular briefing. 6 of the 11 new deaths reported on Wednesday occurred in the last 5 days. So really it was 5. And possibly 4 because they had to get rid of one for some reason. Transmission rate is 1.06, like that means anything. So it's these numbers that they put together a formula for Murphy to follow, and he could just, crow about it. But we all know there's plenty of evidence to suggest they're overestimating the deaths. They're tying everybody who dies into the beer virus that they can. There's only 92 people in intensive or critical care and 32 on ventilators. Okay? New Jersey has had 7 days this month with less than 500 people hospitalized, far below the more of the 8,000 patients at the peak of mid-April. And the vast majority of people survive. And here's more overreaction. When I was telling people to wear a mask, I couldn't get anyone to listen to me. Now this happens, and look, it's a total. I know, John. Total overreaction. Student athlete tests positive for a beer virus after 2 weeks of on-campus practice in Pleasantville. Yeah, okay, he's an athlete. He's probably going to be fine. So, yeah, he's got a quarantine. They don't want anybody else to get it. But it's probably too late. You don't have any symptoms when you have this. Short of constantly testing one every day, multiple times, you'll never get on top of this. That's led to several South Jersey schools switching to all remote to September. Atlantic City High School. All right, Joan, I'm doing a thing. No, I don't want any of this. I don't care. There. Happy? Atlantic City High School. That's a pretty nice high school, actually. I got to do this thing, Joan. Calm down. Atlantic City High School. That's a pretty nice one. The Atlantic City High School I'm thinking of was across from a casino. This one's in Pleasantville. Oh, it's Atlantic City, Pleasantville, Egg Harbor. They all voted to keep their all remote, which is ironic because they're in kind of remote areas of the state. Tuesday afternoon, Bridgeton School District also added. I think they're a little further north. Millville, that's in the middle of nowhere. And this is the Pine Barrens, folks. Here, Joe. Okay, you happy? You happy? These are young people who are at very, very infinitesimally low risk. But they just want to scare people, I think. Here's something that's scary. Police investigate stabbing at South Jersey Water Park. Jesus. Sahara Sam's Oasis in Berlin? I know where that is. Holy crap. Police are investigating a stabbing that took place outside the popular South Jersey Water Park. Jesus. Who the hell brings a knife to Sahara Sam's? When they arrived, they found a man who had been stabbed in the upper body. Jeez. And people want to defund the police. Good thing the police showed up to this guy. Helped him out. A domestic incident occurred near our entrance, the spokesman for the park said. Our staff and security personnel acted promptly to ensure the safety, blah, 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 blah. So, looks like somebody got into it with an SO. And, damn, come on. Now look at this. Could this be any more biased? Judge finds idiotic South Gym more than $130,000 for refusing to observe COVID beer virus shutdown. Damn it, I said it again. I think that's incredibly biased reporting. If this is a report, appears to be a report and not an op-ed. Um, these are again healthy people who were willing to take some amount of precautions. They took their equipment outside. They ventilated the gym as best they could. This is not really about the gym or anybody's personal safety. This is a power grab by local officials. But of course, since it doesn't impact certain people, they're willing to immediately stand up and say, oh, yeah, I agree with the group. Friggin' hive mind, man. I hate people who join the hive mind. I guess I've always been contrarian that way, but just amazing how many people get angry at this gym. These guys are fighting so our governor won't have the universal edicts to do whatever he wants. I bet you all complain if it was a Republican. Oh, I bet you'd be complaining all day long. Oh, a Republican shut down a woman's vintage clothing store because they said it was unsafe. It's so unfair, and she's a person of color. Let's all protest. Yeah, I bet you'd be lining up to protest. This is all partisan nonsense. And the worst part about it is we're going to end up paying for this. If these guys, unless they hit judge after judge after judge in New Jersey that refuses to, review the case or overturn it or whatever, they might run out of money and get stuck with this. But I don't think they will. I think they'll go all the way, and I think eventually this will be turned in their favor and will end up paying the money. And guys like this who are crowing about how idiotic they are, well, they'll suddenly be on to the next, they'll be on to the 10th thing that the hive mind's into. I wish people would stand more on principle, but they just don't. South Jersey detention officer suspended for shockingly insensitive Facebook comment. Rome Smith, 49, wrote child shooting victim should have ducked. Well, that is really nasty. I think that 5-year-old shooting victim it's a shame. However, I have to support this guy's right of free speech. As long as he wasn't representing where he worked, there's no reason to fire him. If he did that as a citizen on his own, on his personal Facebook page, I don't agree with the comment. I think it's very insensitive, but he has a right to say it. So, this whole thing going after people for social media, what's going to happen is eventually social media will be dead, because if you have a job, you won't be able to go on social media anymore. You'll have to. Social media will just be for high schoolers, and then when you get out of high school and you get a job, the common thing to do will be to close out all your social media accounts, and you'll have to go through a friend or something. Yeah, so that's about it. Was there one more? Oh yeah, New Jersey GOP and Trump campaign sue to stop Murphy's mail-in voting plan. Good. I hope they stop it. Look. Nobody said you can't just get an absentee ballot if you want it. You can get an absentee ballot anytime you want. God, I don't know why I can't say that. This is basically encouraging everybody to stay home to vote, and it's just stupid. It's just idiotic. They'll never count the votes. It'll never be fair. I am not going to do a mail-in. I don't care how far I have to drive. I don't care if I got to take the whole day off to get there. I am voting in person. I'll wear a mask. I'll social distance. I'll wash my hands. I mean, it's not rocket science. I've been out to a lot of places. If you can go to a BLM rally, you could certainly go to vote. If you can go to the store or, walk your little dog, your little ornery dog, you can certainly go vote. So this is ridiculous. It's a total waste of money. It's just tiresome. I never ever looked forward to an election like I look forward to this November. And I just want to see the Democrats lose it all. I want to see them get absolutely destroyed.